Alright, so I'll see how much I can get through. I don't think I'm going to get through all of it considering how many games and scrims there are, but I'll get through most of it. I told a lot of you already, but I'll just say it again. So, I'm not syncing up comms. It's going to be 30 minutes of my time, and then there's just going to be a bunch of micro mistakes that I could call out before even worrying about the communication. Anything communication wise, I'll talk to the shot caller directly. But if there is a mistake that I pinpoint on a specific person, don't get tilted or frustrated. If it was actually the shot caller's call, just talk to Ian directly. Alright? Now that we have that out of the way, first, let's look at the matchups. So, top lane goes in favor of Shen, but it's moderately even overall. Jungle, obviously, is moderately even. This person is going to have better ganks overall, but this person is going to have a better late game. Mid and late game, I should say. Mid lane is even. The advantage goes to Veigar because of how hard he scales. And then bot lane is our side. That's our matchup. For each character specific, top lane should be focused on farming, TP, and just sitting under tower until he's needed. That's just how that lane goes. Jungle should be focused on who to gank for and why. So all three of these lanes are gankable. They all have a form of CC. The hardest one would be mid lane here. But even then, that's still a useful gank, putting Veigar behind. Moving forward, oh god, the pause. So this side wants to rush level 2. You guys just have a better all-in and able to catch them out of position once you reach level 2. I'll see how that goes for you all. Sadly, because you played in a tournament, I don't have the overall VOD, so I have to use Twitch. But it's not too bad. Nothing crazy is happening. You were level 2. There's nothing to do. So in this situation, this is an awful spot for bot lane. You guys want to hard push it forward. Whether that means working together or not, you guys want to hard push it forward so that the lane resets. Because this is such a gankable position. Yeah, Maokai doesn't win any of those fights up top. Okay. It's level 3. This is a really good gank. I see this Sejuani on the side. You guys need to be more coordinated here. You have the Grav gun. And you have Thresh. This should just be an easy, at least 1 kill. Sadly, Thresh misses the Flay. And you're focused on this target. So how does this go? You guys go aggressive. He's now bubbled. The lantern should have probably come in earlier. He then missed the hook. So I understand why you went for this target. They're right in front of you. And this person's already out of position, so you think that this is an easy kill. But I would have just directed everything onto this person. They still have flash, so if you run out of CC abilities, they're just going to flash away. They're pretty close to tower here. Because of that, everybody just escaped. She doesn't even have to waste summoners. So Mumu's looking for the return gank. I don't know if you guys can read it or not. You guys have vision. Not right there. Now you have vision. Were you not expecting that bubble to hit? So you have vision right here. You know that he's coming. So you guys start to back off. Yeah, you just don't flash. I'm not sure why. The visuals did look weird, and it was like hard to see, but that you had to flash that. If you flashed, Amumu wouldn't have been able to get into range or hit a minion. There was still a chance of escape. So that was a pretty big mistake, letting them get a lead. I don't know if you called to say that they're going to be on Dragon, but you guys are starting to collapse. Thresh should have made his appearance sooner. And you guys need to fight this. They escape. Don't be afraid to waste summoners here. Good hook, good ult. You guys need to be more willing to waste summoners there. I don't know if you say as a team that they're on Dragon. If so, then mid has to collapse faster. But the same goes for support here. If you guys collapse, even if they have the advantage, they're tanking Dragon. It's just the idea of stalling it. Yeah. Continue to fight this. You walk into a really bad position there, Ian. Because you're looking for the kill on Ami, you just stay in melee range and you die. You're not using any of your kite abilities. Okay, a dive, let's see. So, you guys know that something's gonna happen here. You guys have to give up this tower. You can't contest the 3v2. You both don't have flash. You have heal and ignite. You just missed your hook, so now you don't have the CC. You have to heal. He slows you. Yeah. You guys had to give that up. You guys aren't in position to take that dragon. They steal it. Okay, so let's see what happens here. It's a good tower call. You missed the hook. With no vision and no idea where mid is, you guys had to dive under the tower. You guys were too televised there. They knew that you were going to dive. Mid just gets CC locked. I saw that. Yeah. Good Q to knock him back. Good W. That's a really good CC lock. Nice hook. Boost kill, thank you. So without continuing, there's automatically two problems. One, you're playing a team fight comp and you're looking for overall picks. That looks like a 12-year-old wrote it, but I can't write with a mouse. You're prioritizing picks over any kind of team fight advantage. Which doesn't fit your current comp. On top of that, you're late to rotating to objectives and you're allowing them complete control over them. Think of the bigger picture. When an objective spawns, you want to fight or gank in a certain lane so that you have the advantage when the objective spawns, so you can immediately take it and then go back to playing normally. With that, you guys stay at places for way too long without much vision. So I don't know if you've noticed, but bot lane first gank, you stayed way too aggressive for too long. Bot lane tower dive, you stayed bot lane trying to take the tower for far too long and they knew what you were planning. When they tower dove you, you stayed there for way too long and you knew what they were planning. I think there's just a idea of overconfidence. That was a good try. Here, you don't know the matchup well enough, besides getting CC locked right there. But then you guys continue to fight Shen. Shen has Ami, E, and heal along with his own grasp. So then he gets his own shield. He heals, procs grasp, walks away, waits for the Nami heal, goes back in. Another example here. You rush to take Rift, which is good. But in response, you gave them a free dragon. And you're not rushing this, actually. You're just fighting it. In doing so, you disengage it completely, allowing them to get the free objective. You don't even think about deciding to fight this. You're just willing to give it up as opposed to fight. Now half of you are split. They take it for free. There's 2 ideas of what the team should be doing. I need one unison voice. And now they engage the fight. So you guys just lose it. You don't have a re-engage comp. You don't have a disengage comp. You have a full engaged team fight comp. You need to be the ones that are prioritizing when to go in and how to go in. You can't play to their advantages. You need to set your own. Here's another idea. You're looking for a pick. One person's focusing Vhagar, the others are focusing Amumu. You miss all CC abilities on Amumu. He comes back, bursts your AD, and you guys don't end up killing him. Oh, you did. Good job, you guys killed him. Trade wasn't worth it, but at least you got the kill. So you started that looking for a pick, and he ended up killing one of you. Do I think the damage is stupid? Yeah, but that's beside the point right now. So now you're just getting poked. Good try on that Baron. But that's just... yeah. You played to their advantages. They're up 14k. 5+ objectives. Oh, God. Alright, back to scrims now. I mean, there were so many micro things I could have called out there, but it's not even worth saying them. I think that you guys need to focus on the things that I pointed out first before we even go into these small details. Scrim time now, though. Obviously, I'm going to be focused on most of you guys. There's no point of talking about myself.
I need you to stop your stuff for 2 moments. Why? Because I'm not having another fiasco like Wednesday. I'll get you all signed up so you can show everybody else how to sign up. This way, we don't have another issue like we did on.
You posted the wrong link.
I did. Did you even read the Discord?
I read what you posted.
Exactly. And what am I posting in the Discord?
Alright. Fog of War, red side.
Yeah, that's the one. Reminder of practice. And then it says...
And I signed up for the
Alright,
one
before
and
the...
showed me.
I emailed you something different.
Before
Yeah, we signed up for
everything
that
happens here, what do we got here?
Different.
Yeah, but why would we read the fucking message
big
if
pen.
you emailed something specifically?
Because the email was like...
Why is this full screen? Borderless. Okay. There we go.
Anyway, the point is, at some point, we sign up for that link so we can...
Team fights again. Here we go.
Because this is an awesome opportunity.
Team fight
for us
versus
to
team
get free
fight.
stuff.
This game, top lane gets destroyed. This is the advantage.
All we have to do is compete and do well individually.
Both have pretty good gank potentials. I think Jarvan wins out on the gank potential here.
And play on Sunday.
Fizz wins that lane. Orianna has more control
On
though.
Sunday, we'll have 2 tournaments to compete in. Because there's one that starts at 1:15.
There you
We're
go.
going to compete in
And
the
then
Challenger League.
this
There's
bot
this
lane
one that
has
starts
the
at 2.
advantage easily.
So we play
In
from
doing
1
so though,
to like 3, then take a break, come back at 10.
jungle has multiple opportunities here. The CC here to set the Aurelia behind, which would be incredible, or going bot lane and constantly getting this objective. Mid lane is practically the island right now, unless you can coordinate something with her ult,
Nace.
or know when his abilities are down.
Nace is pushing back their little
So,
league thing that they're having. So we'll be able to
in
compete in
doing
that.
so,
I found out today there's no April Anarchy. So there with that. All the work we've been doing for weeks now is gone. That's what we were competing for. Literally, that's what we were trying to do.
What do they do? Just cancel it?
Yeah. They said that they said basically they decided that it wasn't worth their.
I'm just gonna skip to the
financial
important
output.
things here.
So yeah.
First blood already. Alright, that's important then.
It's pointless.
I'm sure you haven't played against an Aurelia before, so that's probably what it is, but yeah, you just give it. You can't just do that.
Main a team. Otherwise, our collegiate tournament.
That Aurelia played it very well, and then you just played it really poorly.
And it starts at 9. So that means everybody's gonna have
She knew she was gonna get 2 before you,
plenty of time.
Talk to the Swedes, man.
and in doing so, her wave is hard pushing into you. So if you hit her, she's gonna have the minions on you as well. That's the time where you just give it up and wait for it to come to tower.
Salute. Kind of like make a slice of pizza from a zucchini.
Okay. So now
which is pretty convenient.
let's see.
Because I'm using that
Here.
for power at this point.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Back up a little bit more. Good kill. Yeah, you could heal me there, but that's fine. Overall, that was a really good gank and a good heal. So you guys kill each other. How does that happen? Okay, so there's a gank. Good barrier. Yeah. That was well played, actually. Nice job. So Fizz is faster on that roam. You are pinging that he's on his way. He had the advantage, so him roaming first makes sense. It's just dependent on how we play this. Okay, so let's just, yeah. There's nothing you can do there. That's just done. You just have to give that dragon. Dead again. How does that happen? Yeah, you just lose that matchup. Just feeding her isn't the best idea, but you just lose that matchup. You should throw your sapling in here to see if she backed or not. Because I'm pretty sure you'd die here just not knowing. Yeah. She's probably just in that bush. And you never checked it. No? Okay. She did back.
There's like absolutely no way you'd be willing to go to this.
No. None. Way too far.
Oh, God. Okay, so that was my mistake. She wasn't in this bush. But you should be putting vision in this bush with your saplings.
Then you would be wasting your time. I'm going to Texas for that.
Wait, we could just take the Swedes, myself, Joseph, and Logan.
You'd be wasting your damn
Yeah,
time.
we get bodied. but, it was worth a try, I guess.
Nah, it's just too far. If you find something on the East Coast, that wouldn't be too.
Okay. Nice place.
Oh my god, why does the Enderpearl take so long to smelt?
So I'm not gonna watch all of this. I'm gonna see if it's the same issues that you guys normally have. Because your picks are going well now.
Still pretty amazing.
Good fighting. So, I think that the major issue is the fact it's probably target priority in this game specifically, but we see that a lot in the other games. So you guys are on objectives here. You guys are in control of these objectives for the most part. You guys are working to push lanes. You guys are even diving. That was a good dive. So 3 are in this. Right now. I don't know if you're ulting right now, but I need to see you ult directly into this. Like immediately. And then on top of that, I need to watch Jarvan EQ back in. And then that fight's won. Caitlyn on the sideline doesn't really matter. Aurelio will either focus the giant stun group or the Orianna. If she focuses Orianna, then everybody in this circle should just live. If she focuses the circle, then it's going to be harder. So let me slow this down and see what does happen. It took a little bit to ult, but you did it, so that's fine. The only problem is because it took a little bit, at that point the Jinx is dead. The tank is just tanking tower. Yeah, that's just done. Where are the particles from the passive? So,
Remember those McDoubles they gave me last night?
Yeah.
they reinitiated
Because they had everything but onions.
and played on their favor. Then they immediately got Baron.
I don't understand how the fuck she messed that up so bad.
You guys need to be focused on winning your own fights, fighting your own battles.
It had the lettuce.
You need to be the one to either.
That was the one thing I asked for was
Just catch up.
Yep. You need to be the ones to initiate these fights. If you initiate these fights and hit the right targets, you don't have to really.
Guarantee they just got 2 orders matched.
In this game, you do, but if you initiate the right fights and you pick the right targets, you don't have to focus on fully peeling for your hyper carry. Your hyper carry should be in a decent position to hit the people that you're focusing on, and then as soon as they start to focus your hyper carry is when you turn back.
Yeah, no.
There's 2 parts to the team fights. It's either you immediately burst the person that you're supposed to be focusing, or you chunk them, don't let them continue to fight, and go back to secure the kills that are jumping onto your hyper carry now that they lack damage. But because of the way you're playing right now, they're initiating all these fights, getting the targets that they need, and you're just letting it happen. So overall, it's still the same mistakes. You were on top of objectives and then you started to lose them because you started to lose the fights. Again, the small things I'm not going to focus on. If you want an individual review, then send me one. But these bigger things that continue to happen are what is in the end losing the game. Individual performance isn't really that big of a concern when you're in a team environment. People can pick each other up and win the games because of it. I don't think I'm gonna watch the last scrim. I think that we've already touched on like everything. It's pretty much the same concepts over and over again.